Highs and higher healing vibrations. Cosmic Cat here. Let's pull. We're actually going to read July 19th affirmations for the inner child. Let's see what this is about today. July 19th, identity. Who are you? Who are you? Have you ever wrote this down in your journal? I highly recommend it. Write it down and identify yourself today. Put the date, maybe even the time if you like, depends, up to you. But write out, who am I? And then list who all of the traits that you feel like you are, okay, at this day and time. All right, I will celebrate the joy of being myself. Say that for yourself. I will celebrate the joy of being myself. My self-image is a collage made up of an odd assortment of individuals. Everyone I've ever wanted to be lives there, along with everyone I've ever been afraid of being. Hero and bum, saint and sinner, all take their turns in dominating both how I see myself and how I act. My inner child, who is the heart of my true self, is neither a hero nor a bum. Each extreme arises from shame. The hero drives me to be more than I really am, to prove my acceptability and my worth. The bum is merely a twisted product of the critical voices from my childhood, not a true reflection of me at all. Today I will take another step on my journey toward wholesomeness by erasing both the heroes and the bums from my self-image. I am a human being, nothing more, nothing less. I am. Today I will celebrate the joy of being myself, unique, special, and acceptable, just as I am. And the last words were I am. Yes, identity, realizing you are. Not classifying yourself as this or that or something else other than who you are, but just being present in the moment is one of the best things that you can do when following your spiritual guidance. Oh, look at this, and we have Kuan Yin also doing it in a loving yet fierce manner. I want to hold Kuan Yin up here. Identity. If you are unsure of who you are, call upon Kuan Yin to help you, to come into your life and help you understand the passion you hold, the dreams you hold. But understand the concept, I am. Because even though Kuan Yin sits here very stable, very balanced, and serene, and is surrounded by a lot of, different elements here. There's like faces you can see in this. There's flowers, so there's also the Mother Earth connection. We have a circle and a pattern like a mandala that I see as well. There's fire showing passion and rays. Also, there's like skulls, so swords are also coming in. But Kuan Yin is asking you to have compassion for yourself and empathy. She is the Asian deity of mercy. Her name actually literally means observing the cries of the world. She can see every point of view at once in the center of her mandala. So this is asking you to find a more transcendent perspective about your identity. And that is also what the message was about identity. Not placing labels on yourself as you are this or you are that, you are a hero or you are a bum, but actually understanding you're a human and you are. So I am. You can look this information up. That is a quote. That's also a sacred mantra. That's that is words that have been said over and over again by many coaches and spiritual teams that have experience to understanding I am. I want to say Ram Dass did something with this as well. But knowing I am concept and understanding it fully is really going to help you. it's important with Kuan Yin coming up here to understand that when you make judgments or harsh criticisms toward yourself or others, you're likely not taking the full story into account. Everybody has suffered, and when we're doing well, it isn't always easy to remember what it felt like during the rocky phases. So it's important to recall the details, including all the sorrows and pain, and the courage involved in making a change. This really allows you to increase your empathy and gain wisdom. Yeah, gaining wisdom is important. And gaining wisdom is remembering how things played out for you in certain situations. That's wisdom. Not forgetting, not erasing instances or times when maybe you were walked on, maybe when you weren't treated kindly, maybe when you people pleased, and understanding and using that learning tool in your future, in your now moment, to help you. Yeah, something about that there. Okay, Spirit, what else do you have for us on identity today for the inner child and the connecting to identity? That one's coming. Identity. You want to come out too, don't you? From the bottom, from the middle. Middle. No? Okay. No. Okay. I am told to stop. And if we need to pull another one, we will. Okay, so, excuse me. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands. It did come up in reverse. Let's first explain the Six of Wands energy in the proper order here. Well, you can already see that Kuan Yin has moved over into this card as well. I see so much green earth energy. Also, we're using the fairy deck, which is very much a part of the earth and world, right? And so, yeah, the Six of Wands is victorious energy. It's you being praised for all that you have accomplished, the passion that you had to lead. This is like something of you completing a goal that helped everyone in your community, not just yourself. And you were being very selfless at this. You may not have even wanted the task, but everyone around you wanted you to be the one to do this. And you did, and you were very successful with this, okay? 6 is a loving number, and it's real important to keep that in mind when you're thinking about this wand energy. So this is your daily energy of efforts that you put into a job or a task is going to come with an award, and wishes are going to be granted with time. Improvements, good news, profits, rewards through the work that you've done happens when the energy is there upright. So your identity is to be praised. Also allow praisal from others, but not to allow it to control you or take over your body. To maintain the ego and work with the ego when things like this happen, okay? Now, for those, if that identity doesn't really resonate, perhaps maybe you are actually really apprehensive. Maybe you're waiting before you do this journey, before you do this task, before you go out and conquer the world as everyone is hoping that you can. So this shows actually it's very similar to upright and it is a small triumph. Being confident. So be confident in your identity and all that you do for good results. Okay? And then we have, look, we have another 6. So we actually have 66. 66. Maybe you're 66 years old, or perhaps when you are 66, this is all going to resonate more on a deeper level. It's all going to make sense. Maybe right now only this card makes sense, or only this makes sense. But one day all of it is going to blend together and you're going to completely understand. 6 is also, I'm guided to share this with you, 3 plus 3 equals 6. So 3s are the first number that creates a geometric shape. The world is created on a geometric shape. It may be a good time for you to start practicing working with sacred geometry or learning about it further. The 6 of Pentacles, here you are. You're just sitting down by the stream. There's a fish looking up at you. And you have these, you have your pentacles above your head. And this is all about your health. You're contemplating your health, your wealth. You're actually questioning your identity in this phase. You're really getting in tune with yourself and you're meditating upon it. You've already introduced Kuan Yin to your life. You realize that whatever it is that you had to do with the Wands energy, with the passion, with your dreams, you're really returning to a state of harmony and balance. And this shows big time here in this energy. Yeah, I mean, action, motivation. You know, you take on challenges here while you continue to move forward. You're not stopping. You keep going. You have this fast, energetic feeling here going on. Whereas here, you're way more grounded. You're being still. You go from this energy every day to this energy. Perhaps maybe you do both. Does this speak volumes for you? You know, every day you work in the community, you work for your job or your career is part of like working for others, being of service to others and leading them and having a leadership role to victory. So is this like your day to day? You know, maybe you're a tour guide, maybe you're a dealer at the casino. Perhaps you're an artist and your art is very, very sought after, and so you create these art forms and shapes that really spark a lot of interest in others. You know, it's really endless to the possibilities. And this is showing also, as much as, so identity is what we were talking about, right? Who are we? Who we are. And, you know, are we a hero? Or are we a bomb? Or are we neither? You know, releasing those energies, releasing those labels out of our life. So there is a need and a sense for you to understand, while working with the Kuan Yin energy and having compassion, have compassion toward all the compliments and the praises that you get in this state. But again, stay grounded. This is the important message for you. Stay grounded, because in this energy, you know your identity, you know who you are, and you don't really need anyone else to, what is it? You don't need validation from others. It's nice to have this praise. and you understand and you accept and you appreciate it. At the same time, if you didn't get this praise and you accomplished that task, you would still honor yourself, appreciate yourself, and treat yourself to an ice cream or something nice, to show how much you honor yourself and appreciate yourself. So again, there's this sense of knowing who you are, your true authentic identity, standing in your truth, being compassionate. But Kuan Yin does not take crap. She is compassionate. She is also very bold. Okay, she will bring that raw truth to you, make you look at yourself, and make you be aware and look at others and pay attention to what is happening in the grand scheme of things. You will be compassionate about it, but you're also going to be wise. No one will be able to manipulate you once you have your true authentic identity, because you know what they are doing. You understand. Your intuition is so strong and so clear that, again, it's great to get the praise from others. At the same time, it's very important to make sure that inside you're respecting and honoring yourself and praising yourself for all the accomplishments you've made. And having that alignment, being in tune, staying in tune with your identity, whether you're surrounded by others' energies or whether you're in your own. Because this is a very grounded and stable energy. This is related to your day-to-day, just like this is your day-to-day. So this is more of like your passionate work, your passionate goals. Maybe this is a volunteering situation that you have in your community. You know, I'm really feeling a community vibe from this. And this over here is your time, your solitude, your time alone at the end of the day, when you reflect back on everything that's happened. When you think about your work, when you think about your wealth, your money, your health, and where you live, and you just appreciate and honor the space that you live in. Yeah. This is a really good message for you today. Does it make sense? That would be a good thing to know. I can't help but think that, you know, by your meditation, that is going to be a big part for you of being able to stay balanced. And I feel like this is Spirit saying so. Like, yes, be around other people, but also know when to go inside and introspect and look at yourself. Make sure that you know, if you're doing charity work, that your finances are also in order. You know, being generous and kind is really good and positive and healthy, but where does that line cross into people pleasing? And is that something that you need to shine a light on and maybe work with? Being very kind and modest. These are the messages I have for you today. I do hope it resonates for you. Feel free to share in the comments below. Check out the other videos. I do the birthday reading every day and this reading every day. These are the longest ones. They last up into 30 minutes, possibly sometimes 15 to 30. But there is these short videos, the angel number, angel card, and animal spirit. Those are less than 3 minutes long, and you could get some valuable information there, working with your inner child or working with spiritual awakening at all, okay? Have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.